the ngccoin.com website under the Variety Plus option. It's pretty sweet. You can search for different errors and varieties. I'm going to start with the 1966 Washington quarters. This one we're looking for a double die reverse. Notated on the NGC site is the FS801. And the diagnostics on this, extremely strong doubling seen on the United States of America. Here on the back, E pluribus unum, also on the back, the reverse, and $quarter. There is no mint associated with this, so we're just going to start. Got a stack of 1966 is all picked out. So we have 7 of them. Start going through them. So it's a reverse error. We should pay close attention to all this lettering. Check for some doubling. It says extremely strong doubling is seen, so I think it should stand out as pretty hard if it was. So check all the lettering on the reverse of this coin. $1966. I'm just gonna check eBay real quick and see what they say. Quarter, and we are searching for the DDR FS801. DDR FS801. It's a 1966 Washington quarter strong DDR FS801. Sold listings on eBay range from $15 to $250. So if they're graded, obviously they're going to be on the higher end. 1966, $8 to $250. That's a pretty strong range. I don't know what's so special about the one on eBay, but so we're just looking at all the lettering on 1966 Washington quarters, and we're looking for doubling. The FS801. So 1966, you can find these all day long in your pocket change. All we're doing is checking for doubling of all of the lettering on the reverse of this. It's defined as extremely strong, so I think we would find out pretty quickly if we do have extreme doubling. I feel like it would stand out a lot. In the United States of America, in E pluribus unum or unum, oops, I forgot to check that, and then in $quarter on the bottom of the reverse. Some of these are a little harder to decipher. They're a little more worn out. We're just going to take a close look at all these. See if you see any extra thickness, any lines next to it where it looks like it's actually doubled. Just 1966. Any mint, doesn't matter. Or look at the reverse here. And I'm just pulling these straight off of ngc.com to find this FS801 DDR. Nothing there. Check $quarter as well. All the lettering on the reverse of this quarter. Don't see anything there. So it's pretty worn out. sometimes it's kind of tricky. They point at like very minute things. It's like, really, is that really what we're looking for? Like this S in states looks really fat on the bottom, but it's not like doubled. Like we're looking for basically what looks like a shadow of a line behind some of these letters. I don't see anything there. Go down to the bottom. Thanks for joining the stream, guys. We are looking for doubling on 1966 quarters on the reverse, all the lettering. The FS 801 strong DDR. Not really seeing anything there. Thanks, the not YouTuber. Appreciate it. I know it's a little weird. I find it fascinating. The coin scope, well, it's not centered. Coin scope makes it super easy on the eyes. Plus, I mean, who looks this closely at their change, you know? Especially old stuff. It's like, oh, it's just a quarter. Well, you can find some stuff. Let me look at some extra photos. I know a little bit about bills. I don't know a whole lot. I mean, I have some star notes. I know a little bit about silver certificates, old bills. Lots of that stuff you can look up online. If you find something that looks really weird or not modern, you can kind of look it up online and determine a thing or two about them. We're just taking a really close look at these. Anything that looks like it got basically punched twice. I don't know why they never have a triple die. Oh, it's only just a double die. I'm going to come back up to the top here. We're going to zoom in on this E and this S. Might just be like the lamination of it all. But we're going to get up close and personal. I will refocus it. Your eyes are not going bad. You don't need a new prescription. Don't worry. Just zoom right in on that. I don't think it's all the way clear. There we go. So this is, I'm not sure if this is exactly what we're looking for, but looks like there's an extra line on the left side of the E, but that's the only one. It just might be a little wear spot. Now I was thinking zoomed out farther on this right side of the S, it's looking a little fatter, but if it was actually truly doubled, it would be the lines on the left on this one, and the line would be on the left on this one as well. That's why I wanted to zoom in just to double check on it a little bit. We'll zoom back out. We can always zoom back in if we find something cool. You got a 1975 $20 bill. Thinking there's a misprint. One side of the bill was off center. So anything on bills that it's like a miscut, like it's not a center cut or not center printed, they do add a little bit of value. It depends on the bill itself, though, I think, or how badly it really is off center. Some of them you might have to have someone look at it. I don't know the rarity of a 1975 $20 bill offhand. I'd have to look that information up, but it's all fascinating stuff. You can find a lot of the information online. I would recommend going there and looking. There's a lot of serial number stuff. You can get binary serial numbers or solid serial numbers or different things like that. I just basically dumped all the information I know about bills in those couple sentences. This one is badly damaged. No doubling present there. Check out this spot, E pluribus unum. Anything that looks extremely doubled. Check out the quarter. Not really seeing much of anything. The examples I see online are, some of them are very clear. Like if you look at the word dollar here, like on the tops of the L's, you see another line, like a shadow of what was behind it. Hey, dear.
Hey, dear.
Didn't expect you home so soon.
Oh, I thought you were sleeping. I went on YouTube and I didn't see that you were live. So.
Oh, I just got live like 11, 12 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah. Like 20 minutes ago.
Oh, bummer. You should have been able to see me live.
Did Cora come over then?
Yeah. We're looking for 1966 doubling on the reverse. The good old FS 801 rare find.
Nice big guy.
He was good. He ate a lot, like he always does. All right, that wraps up the 1966s. Now we're going to go to the 1971s. And on the 71, we're looking for a DDR FS801. So it's a double die reverse, just kind of like what we were just looking for. Very strong doubling seen on United States of America and quarter dollar. So we're going to check those two spots out again. You can also look at 1971D, DDR FS801. I don't know why they have it different. Doubling. 1971 type H reverse. Man, this is going to be a lot of information to remember. Type H. The reverse is in higher relief and easily recognized by the arrowheads being nearly embedded within the leaf. Interesting. So that'd be this section here. Okay, so the points of these arrows, I can kind of see the tips of them here. That is not what we're looking for. More common type G reverse is shown in the last photo and reveals clear separation of the leaf and upper arrowheads. So if you find one where these upper arrowheads are clearly buried into that leaf and that leaf comes up just a little bit more, that's the type H. Okay, so 1971D, DDR FS801, 1971 DDR FS801, and 1971D type H reverse. Holy smokes. So this is a 1971 Denver. So we're going to look for both. We check for doubling. This one doesn't specify the motto. So we're just going to look at United States of America. Anything that's looking doubled. We're going to check out quarter dollar down at the bottom. She's watching Harry Potter. She's not in there? Oh, she's in her room. Oh, see this. Check this out. Let's just zoom way in on this sucker. These old coins are so hard sometimes to determine Do I have doubling? Is it just mashed up? Oh, look at that. You can clearly see on the L in dollar and the L in dollar, that is the doubling we're looking for. So this is 1971D DDR FS801. Very strong doubling, baby. Hit that like button if you saw me pull that one out. That is awesome. So now we have to go to eBay 1971 D quarter DDR FS801. We'll see what these things are. Smash that like button, guys. Now, see if anyone has any of these things. 1971. I don't know. Sometimes eBay is not the greatest place, but it would seem like someone probably sold one of these online somewhere before, but that's what we're looking for, that doubling there. And then the type H reverse, I'll zoom way in on here. You can clearly see the point of this top arrow is not embedded into that. So this is not the one we're looking for. But we are looking for that right there, baby. Clear doubling. I don't know if we can notate it on any of these others. Like I said, these things are so mashed. That's maybe there too, on the left side of the R. I found a DDR FS801. Can I get a hallelujah? Amen. There we go. All right, that's awesome. Let's see if we can find something else. Okay, here's a 1971D. This one's actually in a really sharp condition compared to that last one we were just looking at. Look at the difference in definition on these two. Sweet. But I gotta try to remember what that one is now. So 1971. Oh man, we gotta zoom out a little bit. We'll zoom out just a little bit because we'll probably get zoom back in. 1971D, Washington quarter. You can find these all day long. Checking for doubling in United States of America. I don't see a whole lot there. Check for doubling in quarter. This is going to be looking for the 1971D DDR double die reverse FS801. Finding doubling in these. Nothing there. And then on the 1971Ds, we're going to look at these arrows here for the type H reverse. This is not the type H reverse, but the type H would have these arrows embedded into this leaf right here. This eagle is standing on these arrows. If the arrow points are buried in these, then that's the type H we're looking for. That one is not. Another 1971D in okay condition. It's a little bit off center strike. Not too bad. That reverse is shiny. Okay, we're going to look for doubling here. In the United States of America. And down here in quarter dollar. That is really sharp. Look at that. This one would just pop out at us if there was something here. Nothing there. And then, was this in Denver? Yep, 1971 Denver. We're also going to look for the type H reverse. Check the arrows. You can see a gap there. This is not type H. Moving on. Another 1971. Oh, another Denver. Okay, we're going to look for both. Both errors. Look for doubling. There's like a hint of something. I don't know if it's just a light or if it's scratched. I feel like we would see it also on the E if it was true doubling. Hey, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you signing on. This one looks like it might be a scratch there. I'll have to look at it under my other microscope too. Look for doubling and quarter dollar. Nothing there. And then we're going to look for type H. Now, see, there's still a gap there. The pictures I looked at on ngccoin.com clearly shows those arrows are buried in the type H reverse. Okay, another 1971D. Same things we're looking for. Oh, man. So we got all mushied. Let's get up to 20 likes, huh? If you learned something today, I learned something today. I'll like this stream if I can. I'm learning along with you guys. Check out quarter dollar. Anything doubled. For one, I learned a little bit about how to use the NGC coin website. You'd think I'd have that figured out by now. That's just a lamination deal on the side there. No, I don't call that buried. All right, up to 10 likes, baby. Okay, this is a 1971 Philly. There's no mint mark down here. So we're just going to look for the FS801 on this one, which is just doubling in the United States of America and quarter dollar. If you guys are into coins and you're looking for coins, or if you look at a lot of coins and you look at them closely, highly recommend a microscope. Way easier on the eyes, I'll tell you that much right now. I'll tell you that much for free. Free 99. This one went through some sort of coin roller and just gouged all those right across. Next one we have a 1971 out of Denver. I have 3 more of these 1971s and we're moving on to the next year in the stack. Just checking through United States of America, see if there's any doubling. It says extreme doubling on the NGC site, so it should pop out at us pretty well. Nothing there. No, that was a Denver, right? Yeah, Denver. We gotta check out the arrows as well. See if we can find buried arrows. Those do not look buried. It's like one of those things you wonder if you're ever gonna find. Here's a 1971 in Denver. All 3 errors we're looking for. Just coin damage. Check out quarter dollar. And the arrows. No, sir. Okay, just Philly. Just checking out for the motto. We don't have to check the arrows on this one. There's all these little things about specific years, specific designs. You just can't possibly know them all the first time around. So this L kind of looks like a doubling on the top, along with that top of that A, but this L doesn't show anything, so that's probably just damage there. That's kind of what we're looking for, though, another extra line. I'm going to look under the flash magnifier. Yeah, that one's just dented. And since this was a Philly, we don't gotta do type H. Okay, 1971 Denver. Looking for all three here. There's definitely damage, not doubling, but it's kind of similar to that, what we're looking for. More damage. Kind of looks like doubling on the right side of the F there. Just a bunch of scratches. Head on down to $2. See if we see any doubling. Nothing there. And since it's in Denver, we look at the arrows for the type H. Not a type H. So we just found this one out of all those 1971s. Denver. And if I look at the LL and dollar, it does appear that we have doubling. I better look at it under the flash magnifier. I'm convinced it is, but yeah, I don't see any shiny scratch under the flash magnifier. But if I put it under here, you guys may disagree or you may agree. It does seem like we have doubling on the tops of the L's there, which I found similar stuff to that online. Compare it to this one. I don't know. I can go either way. I got to get someone else to look at it, I guess. Almost seems like a split serif there on the right side of the L. I'm going to hang on to that one for now. Okay, we're going to go on to the 1972s. 1972 Denver's specifically. We're looking for a type H reverse. And that's all we're looking for. So just the Denvers. I'm going to pull the Denvers out. There's one. There's two. That's a Philly. That's a Philly. And there's three. So we got three 1972s. We're going to look for that type H reverse. Type H. We're going to cruise down under the eagle, under these arrows right here. And we're basically looking for arrows that you can't see a gap between this top arrow. I mean, it's not even really it's like barely a gap. It has to be a brand new coin to see a gap. But we can kind of see the tip of this arrow here. It is not buried into this leaf right here. If you didn't know that, smash the like button, because I learned about that tonight too. We're looking for 20 likes on the stream. So that was one. Remember, 1972 Denvers. We're looking for the type H reverse. Look at these here, these arrows. And I still see a little gap there. That is not the type H. Oh, we're up to 12. Thanks, guys. Appreciate each and every one of you. Last 1972D. We're looking for the type H reverse. Are we going to find it? Negative, Ghost Rider. All right. Next up, this might be. I have a lot of favorite coins, but this might be one of my favorites. It's the bicentennial quarter, 1776 to 1976, with the little drummer boy on the back. So there's a couple different things on this one. We're looking for Denvers. double die obverse. And there's 2 double die obverses on here we're looking for. There's 2 different double dies, but they're kind of the same thing. The first one is the DDO FS101. Very strong doubling seen on Liberty and In God We Trust. So your motto here and up in Liberty on top. The second one on these Denver bicentennials is doubling visible on Liberty. So they're 2 different doublings on the Denvers, but one of them is only in Liberty and one of them is on Liberty and In God We Trust. 6 more likes and we're up to 20. Let's go. So we're checking out Liberty and In God We Trust. If we get one, if we get just Liberty, it's the FS102. If we get both of them, it's the FS101. So these can be kind of hard to look at sometimes, but this serif, this little lip on the end of the E, sometimes if you check that out specifically and it's like split in half, then that's what you're looking for. It's just a better indicator, I guess. So we're looking at the Bicentennial Design 1976 Denvers. Just looking at Denvers. Check out the motto. See if we have any doubling there. Not really seeing a whole lot on this one. Hey Ronald, welcome to the stream. We're looking at the bicentennials. 18 likes. We're getting there. Let's keep on going. Looking for 20. That's 2 more. So 76 Philly. We're not looking for 76 Phillies. Sometimes I'm tempted to look at them anyway. We're just looking for these Denvers. If the experts say there's just on Denvers, I'm just looking at Denvers. If they say just Phillies, I will just look at Phillies. I know a few days ago I was looking at everything, but that was taking forever. I wasn't finding a whole lot anyway. Any doubling, anything at all. Nothing there. Okay. Whoa, just dropping stuff now. Checking for doubling on the bicentennial quarters. 2 more likes gets us up to 20. Help the stream out. It's free. I'll even sell it to you for free 99. I don't see a whole lot. Just a bunch of damage and mushiness there. If you don't have a scope, I would highly recommend getting one. You guys all survived the winter apocalypse that ran across the country? We just had some cold weather. Nothing too crazy. No power outages. Nothing like that. There's a Philly. There's a Denver. Here we go. Let's check her out. Looking for like split serifs or shadowy looking things. No. Some of the other books, they like have a little arrow like, oh, this is extra tiny little thickness, just a tiny little bit. Wow, I don't know if I see that. I gotta squint to see that. Yeah, we got 20 likes. Thank you guys. Can we hit 30? Can we do 30? I bet we can. If we got 30 people in the room right now, I bet we can hit 30.
Where's the number ones? Here's some. Trying to think of how to keep these up.
I'll go in a little closer on this and see. So I think it's supposed to be very strong doubling. This I wouldn't call this doubling at all, but I was just trying to get in closer on. Here on the O, it's like, oh, maybe that could be something. I think that's scratch. Damage. Post-mint damage. Nothing there. Kind of cool to be zoomed in so far on these, though. See it extra close. We're looking for the bicentennial quarter. So the 1976 FS 101 and the FS 102. One of them has doubling in just Liberty, and the FS 102, no, FS 102 has doubling in just Liberty. FS 101 has doubling in Liberty and the motto, "In God We Trust." I do wonder what extreme doubling means. 1972, or yeah, holy cow, 1976. On the eBays, 1976 bicentennial Washington quarter DDOFS 101, $100 sold listing, $200 sold listing, $150, $15 for a really beat up one, $60. Yeah, they kind of range depending on the condition of these things. So let's check the FS 102. So $195 in graded, MS 66 condition, $36 in just a flip, ungraded. They say it's mint state, but I don't know if it is. I have no way to verify that. There's a Philly. Another Philly. Another Philly. Another Philly. There's a Denver. The last one of the pile. I had a bunch of Phillies in there. Lots of damage on those suckers. Okay, that is the last of those ones. We got one more stack. And we're going to wrap it up for the night. See, what do we have here? Oh, we're jumping quite a few years. We're looking at 1983s. We'll call it that there. The 1983 Washington quarter. We're looking for Philadelphia's. This is kind of cool. We're looking for Philly. It's called the 1983 P, as in Philadelphia, Spitting Eagle. It's a severe die clash. Left a raised ridge from Washington's neck below the eagle's beak. This is a die state rather than a true variety, but it's popular with collectors. So we got to look on the reverse. I'm going to zoom in with this a little bit. We're going to look on the reverse from the beak down to his left wing there. Oh, and it has to be a Philadelphia. This one, they're so mashed up. This must be a. The heck is that? Okay, I have a P and I have a D here. We're going to see which one is closer to this. What's you guys guess? I want to guess it's a P. How about if we zoom in? Let's see. We'll see how close we can get. Bring you guys down a little bit. Just the mint mark. That looks like a P to me. I don't know, Chuckles. Is there mint sets in 82 and 83? I haven't done a whole lot with mint sets. So here's a Denver. Just for reference. Here, if I can find it, is the mint mark. I think this is a Philly. So that's what we're looking for. 1983 P. Okay, this one, I believe this is a P as well. Definitely. Okay. We'll come back up. We are looking for Washington, or the Spitting Eagle die clash. Where are you? Okay, so on the reverse, we'll check out this area. Basically what it looks like is from his beak down to about here. There's a pretty clear, it's not a straight line, it's a bit of an arc. Could be a double. We're just doing 1983 Philadelphia's, looking for the Spitting Eagle. Nothing. Is that focused all the way? That looks better. Let me pull out some more Phillies. On these things, this mint mark is so tiny, you almost need a microscope just to see those on some of these ones that are more damaged. I got a few to look at here. Oh, 50-50 split from what I sorted the other day. All right, here's what we got to look at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more. Then that's a wrap. So 83 Philly. This one's got a lot of schmooze on it. So the severe die clash is from Washington's neck below the eagle's beak. So it's some portion of this area left the mark on the reverse. That's what the reason what we're looking for. And it's just going to appear like a couple lines coming down. So I don't know if that was a question or not, Chuckles, but the Googles say due to budget cuts and recession, they did not produce official uncirculated mint sets. So they're hard to find. Could be a rare one. Nothing there. I just pulled out all the Phillies, so we don't have to do that. We're just looking for a Spitting Eagle. Be a sweet find. I've spent so many quarters, not looked at them. But now that I'm checking out each one, hopefully I can find one of these things. 1983. 83 Spitting Eagle. Those are a handful of dollars, looks like. Obviously worth more. Graded MS65, $50. Sold listing on eBay. $5 to $10 ungraded. The FS901. Oh, so you want me to keep all these 82s now? None of them are that great, really. Well, with that, I think we can probably say goodbye to all these quarters on my table. Got all those cups and all these stacks, and they've been on my table for a week. I think they've been on the table for a week now. I got them last Friday, so yeah, full week now. I think it's time that they go back to the bank so I can get another box of quarters. Oh. I'll check these out and I'll see if I think they're worth keeping, I guess. I don't know if I had any super phenomenal examples. But see, that's why I can learn stuff from you guys too. I don't know everything. I'm just a guy who likes looking at coins like a nerd. '82 and '83. I'll look into that. All right, it's bedtime. Thanks for hopping on, guys. Go check out the channel. Go subscribe. Helps the channel out and get some visibility. Go check out some of my videos. See if you can learn something. If you watch a video and you're like, no, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about, throw a comment down so I can learn something too. Yeah, I'll keep nerding on. Thanks, Chuckles. You too. Appreciate the feedback. Helping me get better at this as well. Have a good night.